Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and here we are at almost the end of November or the middle of November, and I'm sitting outside and it's sunny, although it is a little chilly. I could have done with a cardigan, but beautiful day today. It was raining this morning, but now it's lovely, and I thought I would do my first impressions on a brand new fragrance. It's an influencer fragrance and it's from Soki London. This arrived yesterday. I haven't opened it yet. So we're going to do first impressions, but I've also brought down Miss Dior Cherie because it is being compared. So I thought, as some people are saying, it smells a bit like Miss Dior Cherie, and we know that Soki took some influence from the, I think from the popcorn and the strawberry note. So let's do a comparison as well. So here is the sample in its little pack. It's got the notes on it, which is great. It says an ethereal burst of light, top notes wild strawberry, heart notes peony and rose, base notes popcorn, patchouli. I like that the notes are quite minimal. It leaves a little bit more for the imagination. So let's crack it open. I'm shivering. Should have worn something warmer. This is going to be a quick one, I think. Okay, let's get the sample out, and here it is. So it's a plastic atomizer. It seems to be generously filled, quite a lot in there, and the sticker is all around it in kind of the wrong place. So I'm going to remove that, bring it a little bit lower. There we go, that's better. Don't know why the camera just moved there. Okay, so here we go then. Let's spray it. I'm going to go straight onto the skin. All clean, straight out the shower I am. No body lotion, no anything. 3 good sprays. Now, what am I expecting? I'm expecting something a little designery. I'm not expecting anything too natural smelling because it's a cheaper price point. So I think it's around £60 or something like that. So it's not a particularly expensive fragrance. And Soki, I would say, for the most part, talks about designer perfumes. Her favourite perfumes are mostly designers like Miss Dior Cherie. So I can smell it in the air. So it's got a patchouli note, and I can smell the patchouli straight away. Yeah, it's a sweet, I'd call it a patchouli based on that first blast. Doesn't smell like Miss Dior exactly. Let's spray Miss Dior. We'll do that. I'm going to wear Miss Dior today, but I'm going to just, this is Miss Dior Cherie. I'm just going to just spray here to start with. So Miss Dior Cherie is much brighter, lighter, airier. It doesn't smell like patchouli to start with, at least. Whereas I would say Empress has quite a heavy patchouli note in it, and it's like a bit nutty as well. So it's reminding me of Angel by Teone Reinthal, a little bit, but more fruity. I can definitely smell the popcorn though. That's a really interesting note. It's quite a prominent note, and I never really found popcorn in Miss Dior Cherie. I know it's famous for it, so there'll be a lot of people who do smell popcorn in Miss Dior Cherie. I don't really get that. I get like a warmth, sweetness, but it's more, maybe more vanilla / sugar sweetness that I get from Miss Dior Cherie. And here I definitely do really smell that kind of like cereal, like you know how popcorn has that funny texture to the way it smells. It's almost like smelling a bit like smelling cereal. So yeah, I mean, this smells a bit like Cocoa Pops. Cocoa Pops and popcorn. That would make quite a nice breakfast, actually. If, like, not every day, of course. But if you just needed some sugar, a bowl of Cocoa Pops and some toffee popcorn. But I do smell the patchouli. That makes me think of Angel at the same time. So quite a heavy It's not my kind of patchouli, being completely honest. It's a typical designer patchouli, quite a heavy one. The same sort of patchouli as you might find in Coco Mademoiselle, but way stronger. Coco Mademoiselle I can absolutely wear and love, and the patchouli is quite light really on me, but here this is as patchouli, almost as patchouli heavy to my nose as Angel. But I think I prefer this to Angel though. This is interesting. It's modern. It's definitely different because of that sort of Cocoa Pops popcorn note. How fruity is it? There's a light fruitiness. It was fruitier when I first sprayed it. It was quite fruity. Would I have said it was strawberry? Maybe. It's a little bit tart, so there is definitely a little sharpness and acidity to that fruitiness. Yeah, almost a green, like, I don't know if I'd say, but imagine a strawberry, but it's an unripe strawberry that's maybe half green. If that makes sense. So it's got that kind of like, you know how gooseberries have a sharp sourness. It's a little bit, a very tiny hint of a sharp sourness to the fruity note. But it's all warmed up and it's very smooth because of these darker, richer notes of the I guess the toffee and the patchouli. It actually, do you know what? It does remind me a little bit of Coco Mademoiselle. Now I say that. Yeah, it could be. It could be the gourmand flanker of Coco Mademoiselle. It's quite nice. I think if you like patchouli, if you enjoy fragrances like Angel, you're gonna really enjoy it. If you wish there was a more gourmand version of Angel, which Angel itself is gourmand, but yeah, it's probably not quite for me just because of that patchouli. I just don't get on with patchoulis that much, and yeah, it's like that. What's that bubblegum one? Moschino had one, bubblegum something. Smells like bubblegum when you first spray it, and then it's just pure patchouli, and I really didn't like the dry down of that. But it does remind me a little bit of that, the dry down, not the bubblegum. But actually, it could be a bit bubblegummy now. Now I'm saying bubblegum. This is an interesting perfume, that's for sure. It's changing on my skin as we speak, going from sort of chocolatey, popcorny to more fruity, more like, as I say, almost like a bubblegum, or maybe more like a juicy fruitiness. A little bit of powder. If you think of a juicy fruit chewing gums, those sticks, they've got a little tiny layer of a really thin powder on. Thin, you know what I mean, like fine. A really fine powder on them, and I can kind of feel that here. It's nothing like Monsieur Sherry. Monsieur Sherry is really bright and fresh and champagne-like. This is heavier. Empress is heavier. Empress is darker. Empress is richer. I would say most people would see this as a nighttime fragrance, possibly a date night type fragrance, just because of that quite strong chocolatey patchouli. So yeah, that's really it for my first impressions. I'm freezing my fripneys off, so I am going to go back in now. Hope that you enjoyed this, and if you would like a full review, let me know in the comments. And have you tried Empress yet? What do you think? I would love to know your thoughts. I think I'm the first person on YouTube, apart from Soki, to actually talk about this fragrance, so yay me. But yeah, I'd love your thoughts, so thank you so much for watching. Oh, and I'd just like to thank Elise, the lovely Elise. Thank you so much for supporting me on Ko-fi. I really appreciate that, and if you would love to do the same, then I will pop the link in the description below. That's all then.